everybody. We're live here at the Muskegon Airshow.
The Hooligans flight team.
Take a look at the Hooligans flight team coming in. We're live here at the Muskegon Airshow. Look at this formation.
As the team makes their exit to our left, watch for the formation change as our number 4 pilot, Greg Kretlis, works his way into what we call the slot position, completing the diamond of T-34s. And Bill Klungle in the L-17 in extended trail, we like to call this the Stinger formation. Working very hard to maintain precise position all the way around. Let's put our hands together for the Hooligan flight team. We're going to watch now as John Workman continues to lead the formation around into a new formation. We'll watch for the transition. They like to call this the 3+2 formation. Also joining our flight today is Bill Klungle. He's flying the North American L-17 in Navion, an aircraft that got its start actually after World War II in North American aviation. The producer of all sorts of very iconic World War II aircraft. We're looking for a way to capitalize on those pilots coming home from the war and wanting to fly in a civilian capacity. Those plans didn't materialize as greatly as they had hoped, and the design was later sold to the Ryan Aeronautical Company, and they produced this military variant. They call it the L-17. Initially designed as a liaison aircraft, this is the airplane there, the gray aircraft down the rear of the formation. The L-17 was never meant to be a combat airplane, but in fact saw combat during the Korean conflict. From 1950 to 1953, L-17 served as forward air controllers, or FACs for short. And they served the role of being able to radio up to our fast-moving fighters and bombers in order for them to positively identify, and then lead those aircraft in for the attack runs that they would perform. The L-17 also served as a VIP aircraft, with one chosen even by General Douglas MacArthur for personal transportation. Additionally, they were also used for courier service for moving people, goods, and even documents to aircraft carriers at sea. Here's the 3+2 formation I was telling you about. Cameras at the ready. Continual movement There's the call for the transition to yet another formation. They call this the echelon, or one side formation. One of the quickest ways to recover a formation flight of aircraft is via a maneuver known as the overhead brake. We're going to watch now as they individually sequence and brake to the downwind as they come by for a couple of low altitude fast passes for us, giving us a great look at these 4 Beechcraft T-34 Mentors and the Ryan Navion, the L-17. As the team now positions to our right and prepare to recover and also head back to a variety of the different bases and airports that the team's based at here in the Western Michigan area, I'd like to again introduce the team members to you. Flying the number 1 lead position from right here in Muskegon, Michigan is John Wardman. Flying number 2 is Lisa Coletti and the left wing. Number 3, the right wing, is Tracy Tillman. Number 4, Rick Kreppas. Number 5, Bill Klungel. They are your 2024 Hooligans flight team. Let's give it up for them. Presented by Eagle Alloy. Our thanks to them for sponsoring the team this week. And another big round of applause, everybody, for the Hooligans flight team. Well, as our sole Hooligan makes his recovery back here, that's John Workman, based right here at the Muskegon Airport. Our aerial action continues here in our Sunday edition of Wings Over Muskegon 2024. It's so great to see so many of you joining us on this beautiful Sunday as we continue with our flying display sequence. In just a few moments, we're going to be making things fast and furious as we bring to you a prolific Eastern military fighter jet known as the MiG-17. Randy W. Ball from Tyler, Texas joins us in this aircraft. We'll get a very high-speed, low-level presentation of this aircraft momentarily. Following that, we'll go back to World War II with the Goodyear FG-1D Corsair. You might know it best as the
Hey everybody, I'm broadcasting to you live today in the Wings Over Wisconsin. So I am in Muskegon, Wisconsin today. And Muskegon, Wisconsin, we are having an air show that is going to be fantastic. Coming up in just a couple of minutes is going to be Randy Ball in his MiG-17. Randy, of course, is the star of Airshow Team TV, the episodic streaming online series, the 600-mile-an-hour reality series. So be sure to check out episodes right here on our Airshow Team TV channel. We've got 10 episodes streaming now. But you are going to love this performance by Randy today in the MiG-17 with the full afterburner, high-speed passes. It's just incredible. Also today we're going to see the U.S. Air Force Thunderbolt 2 demonstration team demonstrating the capability of this low-level fighter. You are going to enjoy that as well. So stay tuned. We've got lots to come today from the Muskegon County Airport here in Muskegon, Michigan in the United States. So stay tuned. We've got more. We've got interviews coming up as well. We'll be going around touring, seeing some of the statics and some of the other things. But we are the only place to find the entire air show today online here at the Muskegon County Airport. So
North America's premier
put your earplugs in. It's going to be time for Randy W. Ball. Put the earplugs in now.
The speed and maneuverability of the venerable MiG-17, the jet that owned the skies over Southeast Asia during the early 1960s. While Randy completes his pre-flight checks and taxis out, I'd like to tell you a little bit about how this Soviet aircraft taxiing out in front of us helped save lives for our U.S. warfighters during the Vietnam War. It was part of a top-secret program that was only declassified in the past couple of years. It was during the Vietnam War. American fighters only outpaced the enemy with a kill ratio of 2 to 1. We lost one aircraft for every 2 that we shot down. The Soviet MiG-17, with the NATO codename of Fresco, was designed to replace the famous MiG-15 of the Korean War, and even though it's similar in appearance, it has sharper swept wings and longer fuselage and never been here in just a few moments. It was the 1960s that America acquired a MiG-17, and secret tests began at Groom Lake, better known as Area 51. This highly classified program was known as Have Drill. We brought our finest American pilots to fly against this aircraft, and they all lost their first engagement. However, those programs were eventually successful, and we learned to fight against the MiG-17 and how to exploit its weaknesses and avoid its strengths. We still had a problem because those programs were so incredibly secret, we couldn't openly pass that information to our frontline pilots. So the Navy came up with an idea. They called it the Navy's Fighter Weapons School. You'll know best as Tom found by the end of the Vietnam War, our air-to-air kill ratio grew from 2 to 1 to 4 to 1. So yes, indeed, it was the MiG-17 that served as that iconic bandit of the Vietnam conflict, but it also helped us learn how warfighters spoke. Ladies and gentlemen, direct your attention to the runway to our right as Randy Ball prepares to depart in the MiG-17F. Be sure to check out the Afterburner shooting out the back of this aircraft. watch would be only the #1 rated jet fighter demo pilot in North America can do.
So as soon as Randy takes off, he gets up, he gets airborne, wheels go in, the gear goes in, and watch what he does. He's going to turn the plane over right off for the takeoff. Here we go. Keep your eyes on Randy Ball, the MiG-17F. Cleared for takeoff. Here he goes. Watch for that afterburner. You are going to love this performance. There he goes.
It was the MiG-17 Fresco that went toe-to-toe with
up.
our American fighters in the Vietnam conflict, going up against the A-4 Skyhawk, the F-5 Freedom Fighter, the F-100 Super.
He's going to come around from behind us and do a sneak pass. Randy's coming around behind us.
This year marks Randy's 34th year as a featured airshow performer. He has flown in over 43 different kinds of aircraft and holds more Soviet jet aircraft than anyone else in the world. He is now repositioning behind and to our left to give us a great look at the MiG-17 as he puts it up on one wing and comes by at airspeeds in excess of 400 miles an hour. Up until the introduction of the General Dynamics, now Lockheed Martin F-16 Fighting Falcon, the MiG-17 was the tightest turning fighter anywhere in the world. We're going to watch now as Randy Ball dives in again from our right to showcase to us that tight turning capability. He's going to slow the aircraft down. And again, give us a great opportunity of this iconic Soviet aircraft, the iconic Bandit of the Vietnam War. As I mentioned to you, the MiG-17 was also one of the first aircraft anywhere in the world to feature that as of an afterburner powered by its Klimov, a VK-1F engine. It was those efforts of top secret programs like Have Drill to reverse engineer and understand these aircraft that ultimately saved American lives. To now demonstrate this tight turning capability, we're going to watch to our left as Randy will engage the afterburner and perform a minimum radius turn at show center. Again, giving us a great look at that 45-degree angle.
There it is. There's the afterburner. MiG-17s are still operated by Third World airlines that are considered to be some of the most prolific military jet aircraft in the East, generating some 6,000 pounds of thrust. The afterburner
Afterburner engaged, it can accelerate upwards to just shy of the speed of sound. You might be wondering, how in the world in this day are we flying a Russian jet in American airspace? Well, at the collapse of the Soviet Union, many nations began to liquidate anything that they could, including a variety of ex-military equipment. Many MiGs became available on the civilian market, and today they serve as very popular jet warbirds. Simply put, for Randy, it showcases the freedoms that we have to fly these aircraft here in the United States of America. While the MiG-17 was not considered to be a supersonic aircraft, it could indeed break the sound barrier in a shallow dive. While we will not be able to demonstrate that for you here today due to the rules and regulations that we have, Randy will be able to showcase to you just a fraction of the MiG-17's top speed as he comes in clocking in at about 0.91 Mach or 91% the speed of sound. We should be seeing airspeeds in excess of 675 miles an hour. From the left, here's the MiG-17. Randy invites you to check him out on his Facebook page at facebook.com/Randy W. Ball, where you can see some videos that he's shooting right now from a look-back cam in the cockpit. Randy enjoys sharing his passion for flight and aviation with all generations and thoroughly enjoys showcasing the Soviet jet fighter at air shows across America. He wants to thank his friends at Goodyear Aviation Tires, Marathon Norco Aerospace, Gulf Coast Avionics, Jetstream Aviation Products, the Historic Aviation Memorial Museum of Tyler, Texas, as well as to Aviation Insurance Agency by Duncan, MT Propellers, Gentex Corporation, Lightspeed Aviation Headsets, and AMP Fast Track FAA Preparation. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you've enjoyed this unique opportunity to see Randy W. Ball and the Soviet MiG-17F, the jet that helped create Top Gun, influenced the Top Gun movie series that we all love and enjoy, and more importantly, helped save lives of our Vietnam War heroes. You can keep up with Randy at fighterjets.com and also on Facebook and YouTube. He's now been cleared to land. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a big round of applause for today's demonstration of Nico Yankorovich MiG-17 and Randy Ball. Well, we're now going to turn back the hands of time with our next aerial performance as we bring to you a famous
Isn't that a spectacular performance by Randy Ball and that MiG-17F? That is an incredible jet. There's more to come here from the Muskegon Airshow, so stay tuned. Don't go away. Take a break if you need to, but come back for more. We've got it here, all live from Muskegon, Michigan. Wings over
35 miles an hour. Ladies and gentlemen, from high and overhead, here's Lou Horschel. Some 2,000 horsepower generated by its very
We've got
large
another plane in the air
double
already right now.
engine
Here it comes.
as he makes his climb high and overhead. This aircraft went down in the history books as an aircraft that helped us achieve the mission that we wanted to achieve in the Pacific. Not only did it have to do with naval dominance, but air dominance as well. And this was that aircraft, the bent-winged bird, the Chance Vaught or Goodyear Corsair. The Corsair was flown by Marine Squadron VMF 214. They were known as the Black Sheep Squadron. Their leader was Pappy Boynton. He scored some 26 aerial victories and spent some time in a POW camp, but his chronicles and the chronicles of his squadron were the source of a television show back in the 70s. It was called Ba Ba Black Sheep, and the show prominently featured the Corsair. This was their theme. We are poor little lambs who have lost our way. Completing the vertical Cuban 8, a classic aerobatic figure. Let's put our hands together for Lou Horschel and the Corsair. This was the musical opening to that television series that ran between 1976 and 1978 as we watch the Corsair make a big wing over to our left as Lou sets up for his next maneuver. The Corsair serving prominently not only in World War II but also in the Korean War as well.
Hey there, everybody, thanks for tuning in. Sure appreciate you joining us here on Airshow
fighters being
TV
flown not
today.
only by North Korean pilots but also by World War II Russian aces.
You're watching the Corsair right now. While you're here, be sure to subscribe, hit the bell button. We've got lots more great lives coming to you this summer. And we've got 10 episodes of Airshow Team streaming live. Streaming now.
Facts and figures surrounding the Corsair Circus were staggering. They flew more than 64,000 sorties between U.S. Navy and Marine Corps operations and accounted for more than 2,100 victories in air combat with only 189 losses. It did exceptionally well against the Japanese Mitsubishi Zeros with a kill ratio of some 12 to 1. The Corsair also dropped more than 15,000 tons of bombs during the war, a figure approximate to 70% of the total bombs dropped by U.S. fighters in World War II, regardless of future. It earned the nickname the Bent-Winged Bird. When Chance Vaught was building the aircraft, the initial designs had a straight wing. And one of the problems that these new pilots would have when landing on an aircraft carrier at sea, those old straight-decked aircraft carriers, was the fact that they would often strike that propeller upon landing. So the designers went back to the drawing board, and they found that they needed to get that propeller a little more separation from the ground. So they decided to increase the length of the landing gear. Well, the longer that becomes, went down 90 degrees, brought it down, mounted the landing gear struts there, and then came back up. They called that an inverted gull wing shape, and that's the iconic silhouette of the Corsair that we see now. Lou Horschel's Corsair today, the FG-1D, is a World War II veteran. It flew off the USS Benjamin William back in 1945 and was originally discovered in a New Zealand plane graveyard back in 1971. It flies today thanks to a lot of hard work and more than just a few parts from the Corsair airplanes. Lou's father, a World War II veteran, a fighter mechanic with the Army Air Corps in England and France during the wartime. And today, Louis has flown over 1,000 hours on the Mustang as well as the Corsair and loves nothing more than to share this beautiful piece of American history with all of you here at Wings over Muskegon. Wants to extend a very special thank you to the great people of Western Michigan for the hospitality this weekend, as well as to the Wings Over Muskegon Airshow team for the invitation to fly for you. Inbound now, low and to the left. Here's Lou Horschel and the Corsair. We watch now as the landing gear is extended, the flaps as well, as Lou Horschel picks up our runway 24, and makes his recovery here at the Muskegon County Airport. As he completes his display, a very big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, from Springfield, New York, for Lou Horschel and the Corsair. What an opportunity it is to see these historic World War II aircraft up in the sky where they belong. It is certainly one thing to see perhaps a Corsair and other veteran aircraft in a museum someplace, but certainly a just visceral experience to experience and witness in flight. The 2024 Wings Over Muskegon Airshow would not be possible without the support of our gracious partners. We again want to say thanks to our friends at 13 On Your Side for their support. Thanks to CNN.
Everybody, hopefully you enjoyed that performance from the Corsair. That was just incredible to see in the sky. And what a great opportunity to see it up close, because, you know, this is a smaller air show. Air shows have different size boxes depending on where the aircraft, which determine where the aircraft is going to fly. Here at Wings Over Muskegon, it's wonderful because you get so close to the jets and the planes as they're flying. So stay tuned. We've got lots more coming up here from this air show, Wings Over Muskegon. Hey, tag somebody, go ahead, send them the link, get somebody to tune in. We've got lots more to come in, including the A-10 Thunderbolt 2 demo team.
As well as our friends at the National Weather Service, the U.S.
I'm Lynn Reebok with Airshow Team TV. We travel around the country bringing you live air shows, and we also produce the only 600-mile-per-hour reality series about aviation. Airshow Team TV.
Over the past couple of weeks, you've had the opportunity to
The next act is already getting ready to live
raffle.
here
And
at
that's going
Wings
to be
Over
taking place
Muskegon.
next. We've had an airplane ride
So
out
don't
on a
go
raffle on our
anywhere.
social
Stay
media
tuned.
channels.
We've got more to
And
come.
it is now that time that we announce that winner. That individual now is that of Ben Wabnowski. Ben Wabnowski, if you are here,
Hey, I want to invite you
please
also
make
to
your way
visit
to
our
announcer's
website,
stand.
airshowteam.tv, airshowteam.tv.
Excuse me, sir.
That's me. They told me to come over here that I won the ride.
Are you Ben Wabnowski?
Yes, that is Wabnowski.
Wabnowski. Okay, apologies for that. Well, you have won the airplane ride courtesy of Franklin's Flying Circus, and Liz is going to take you on just a quick flight up and around the pattern and come back. How does that sound?
Okay. Can you drop me off at home? Can you drop me off at home? Someone told my gremlin I need a ride home.
Someone towed your gremlin and you need a ride home? No, I don't think we can do that, but she can bring you right back here if that's okay.
I'd rather you drop me off at home.
Okay, well, here, hold on, sir. Liz, are you okay with this guy? 2 thumbs up, okay.
I can still hear you.
Sir, how about you come around the side here, and Liz will take you for a quick airplane ride. Yeah, don't hit that. Hey, Liz, do me a favor. Take this guy, go about 3 miles to the north, and like ring this dude out, if you don't mind. He's already wibbling wobbling all over the place. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we certainly apologize for the break in the action here. And of course, we've had our airplane raffle ride. This is that individual, Ben Wabnowski. And we're going to get him into the airplane. Sir, please, no, sir. Please do not shake the airplane. Liz, just go ahead and get him inside. No, not on the airplane, in the airplane. This isn't going to get well. Okay. Liz, do you want us to get you somebody else? Are you sure? All right. Well, Liz is going to go ahead and get our buddy Ben strapped into the airplane. This is the Piper Cub. You might know it best as that iconic aircraft from the 1930s. This is what we call a Super Cub. It's been upgraded just a little bit. It's got a bigger engine on it, some bigger control surfaces, and it's just a great fun all-around airplane.
If you haven't seen this routine yet, you're going to love it. Go ahead, send the link to our live stream to some of your friends and family who enjoy aviation. This is Franklin's Flying Circus. You're going to love this. This is hilarious.
She's also a great general aviation pilot as well, and she is serving as our pilot for this quick ride. So as soon as we get them out and out of the way, we'll be off and underway with our Warbirds segment coming up here in just a couple of moments.
Franklin's Flying Circus.
Come, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be turning things over to the Warbirds momentarily, and following that,
from the Muskegon Airshow.
Oh, this isn't good.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Brad. Hey, I think Liz has got a stuck tail wheel out there. What do you think? They're kind of going around in circles. I'm going to see if I can talk to Liz on the frequency real quick. Let's see if we can dial up the frequency here. Hey, Liz, this is Luke. You got me? I don't know. I think she's got it figured out. She's going to come back. So this is what we call a tail-wheeled airplane. And up until about the 1950s or so, this is just how they built aircraft. They had a little tiny tail wheel on the back, the main gear in the front, and you'll actually see some springs back there. Sometimes the linkages get a little bumped up in there, but that's not a problem. Liz, oh no. Oh no. Oh no, this isn't good. Liz! This is not good at all. Liz, what happened? Okay, well, we've been Wabnowski. Can we figure out what we know about this guy? I don't think he was sober enough much to drive a car, much less fly an airplane, but he looks like he's doing kind of okay at the moment. I'm going to see if I can go up on the frequency real quick and see if we can talk Ben back down from the air. Ben, this is Luke. Do you copy me on the radio? Oh, that's not good. Hey Ben, can you hear me? No joy. good. This is not good at all. And he's flying. It's more falling than anything else, but he's flying out there. He's all over the airspace. Now he's flying slideways out there. Hey Ben, I don't know if you can hear me, but listen, there's a big red button on the control stick. If you press that, you can talk to me. Yeah, I think he's a little too busy for that right now. There he goes. There's a touch and go. There's another almost touch and go. He's about to stall the airplane. Push over, Ben. There he goes. Now pull back. Yeah, this isn't going to end well. Liz, watch out there. He's about to, if he gets any closer to those dump trucks out there, he's about to turn into a hood ornament. Oh my, this is not one of the favorite days of my life, that's for sure. Well, hey Ben, I don't know if you could hear me up there, and I honestly, I don't know how much I can help you, but listen, flying an airplane is fairly simple. You just need to quit mixing the controls up so much and you'll level out a little bit. Listen, there's a stick that comes out of the floor, and that's the control stick. You pull back on the stick, the houses get smaller, you push forward on the stick, and then the houses get bigger. I think that went into one ear and out the other. I'm not even sure if he can hear me, but I think this is all going to be over in like 4 seconds. Oh, we went between the buildings. I don't know what to do at this point. I feel like we need to call the authorities, but the last I looked at them, they said we are the authorities, so thanks, that did help. He's just about on the ground. Maybe he's got this flying thing figured out. He's Ben Wabnowski, something like that. Well, there's a landing, there's another landing, there's 3 landings, there's 4 landings, there's 5 landings, 6 landings, and now he's got it up on one wing. What is he doing now? Liz, I'm not sure if waving your arms in the air is going to do anything with this guy. At some point, he's just going to have to run out of gas, I guess. I saw a bird fly by going as fast as possible towards the south. That bird didn't want anything to do with this. Back out into the field again. Oh, man. Well, get him to slow down. Maybe we can get him to actually put the airplane down on the runway. He seems to be lining. I'm kind of surprised he's made it this far, to be honest with you. He's just about got it now. Maybe not. No, I spoke too soon. Left, right. Watch out, Liz. Oh, boy. What was that? Oh, I understand. I think he has perhaps misidentified his rudder pedals. No, it's going to be done now. Oh. I think he thinks his rudder pedals are his brake and accelerator pedals like a car. Honestly, I'm a bit speechless. I don't even know what we should do at this point. We're just kind of waiting to see what happens. Ben, if you can hear me, just pull that power back all the way. There's the big runway, and fly in that direction, would you? Hold on, listen. Is he saying something? Ben, you'll have to yell louder. We don't understand what you're saying. Ladies and gentlemen, if this is a surprise to any of you, I apologize, but the individual that we've been watching thus far is not some random guy named Ben Wabnowski, but rather the incomparable Kyle Franklin from Franklin's Flying Circus. Now, let me tell you something. It takes a great deal of skill to fly that badly and get away with it. Let's put our hands together, everybody, for Kyle Franklin. This guy is a true air show performer. He comes from a lineage of air show performers as well. His father, he flew as a wing walker on in his Waco biplane for many, many years. And Kyle, and of course Liz, and the new addition, Athena, as well, continue some true stick and rudder flying. What you're seeing today has nothing to do with computers. We're talking 1930s technology with some pulleys and straight flight controls, and you can feel just about every ounce of the wind when flying the Piper Cub. That's certainly for sure. To demonstrate a bit of this pure skill, Kyle is going to work his way in from the right for this very unique landing. And I want you to watch him as he pulls up. He's about to stall the airplane, running out of all the lift, and now he's going to dive the aircraft. He's going to pull right here, slow the airplane, watch as he goes into what we call a side slip. Not quite knife edge flight, but using the rudder to help slow him down. Now, he's got one tire down, and depending on the wind, he's going to continue to fly the airplane all the way into show center. Even though he's moving only about, say, 15 or 20 miles an hour, he is still flying half of that aircraft. It is very much a tightrope act indeed. Now, not only does he have to go straight, watch as he turns into the taxiway, and he will perform one more. He's got one more trick up his sleeve as he goes underneath the airplane. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to present to you Liz and Kyle Franklin. They are Franklin's Flying Circus. Some outstanding aviating for us here this afternoon, and of course, bringing some levity to our show as well. Our thanks to Liz and Kyle, and also a big shout out to Athena as well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are having a great time. We've got some great weather, and we've got more great flying to come. But judged by your round of applause, how do you like the party so far? Very good, us too. And as I mentioned to you, we've got a lot more to come as part of our flying display sequence. Up next, the Warbirds as the B-25, the C-47, and also the UH-1 Huey work their way out. Following that, Nathan Hammond joins us in the Ghost Rider. And we'll see even more jet action with Hayden Prophet II and the Hot Streak 2 jet train here. Things over Muskegon 2024.
Everybody, thanks for joining us. How'd you like Franklin's Flying Circus? That was incredible, wasn't it? What amazing flying.
We want to say thanks to Howmet Aerospace,
difficult
sponsor
thing
of our
to
Twilight
do.
Show on Friday
Just
night. And as they like to say,
right there.
flies,
So thank you so much for joining us here at Wings Over Muskegon. There's more to come. We've got lots more acts yet to come here. So I just want to remind you, Airshow Team TV is a 600 mile per hour reality series starring Randy Ball, who you just saw fly today, and also starring John Blanchett, the owner and restorer of the amazing Red 620, the only flying MiG-17 PF in the world. We want to say a big shout out to John. Hope you're doing well today, John. Thanks so much for all you share with us on Airshow Team TV. Then also Airshow Team stars Aaron Kelly. All right, we've got another takeoff roll going here. I'm going to show you right here. Take a look. B-25 Mitchell. The B-25 will be up in the air in just a minute. So in the meantime, just want to remind you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button, subscribe to Airshow Team TV YouTube channel. We're going to be bringing you a lot more live broadcasts of air shows. Here comes another.
Showcase today brought to you by the Michigan Flying Museum. Ladies and gentlemen, in just a couple of moments, we're going to see a couple of flybys by these historic aircraft as we take you back in time and tell you a bit about the significance of each of these very impressive living, breathing monuments. Right now in the lead, the B-25 Mitchell bomber. Cruises reply, powered by two Wright Cyclone R2600 radial engines, producing a combined total of 3,600 horsepower.
During their performances, it's really amazing. You got
The
to plan on coming.
B-25 was made famous not only in its numerous day and night bombing raids in Europe, but also that of the Doolittle raid in April of 1942. After Japan struck Pearl Harbor, America wanted to showcase to Japan and ultimately the world that it had the firepower to strike back. The problem was that none of our aircraft had the range. Without the support of an aircraft carrier getting dangerously close to the Japanese mainland to make it happen, so a group of men volunteered for a top secret mission. Leading this operation at that time was Lieutenant Colonel James Jimmy Doolittle. Some 16 B-25s and 80 men went on to participate as part of that raid. We salute the efforts of those heroes today with this B-25 flight demonstration. Shredded all the excess weight that they could. Some documents even show that the heavy machine guns were removed and replaced with black painted broomsticks just to thwart the enemy if they were jumped en route. And it was on the morning of April 18th of 1942 that Jimmy Doolittle and his co-pilot Richard E. Cole led those 16 B-25s from the Hornet to strike and successfully bomb targets in Tokyo, Nagoya, Osaka, Kobe, and Yokoyama. It was the first American airstrike on the Japanese mainland, and while it didn't achieve a lot of damage, it certainly bolstered American morale. The B-25 serving in the United States Navy and the Pacific Marine Corps battlefield of the war. They call it the PB&J, the Army Air Corps version, of course, named after U.S. aviation pioneer Major General William Billy Mitchell. As the C-47 climbs to our left, here's the Bell UH-1 Iroquois, best known as the Huey, the pickup truck of the Vietnam War for our United States Army, serving in a variety of different mission sets in order to get the job done. The Huey was a welcome sight to American soldiers in Vietnam, Cambodia, and in Laos, and more than 7,000 of these helicopters participated in the conflict, and it has one of the most recognizable sounds of any military helicopter. They performed the roles of slicks. Those were troop transports bringing those soldiers in and out of battle as gunships armed the battlefield helicopters, and as dust-offs. Those were medevac platforms for evacuating the wounded out of hostile situations. The UH-1 can carry up to 13 people on board, depending on its fuel and the atmospheric conditions, and its medical evacuation configuration can accommodate up to 6 litters on board. The seats are equipped with The second large aircraft as part of our flight today is that of Hairless Joe, C-47 Skytrain, an aircraft that was a significant tool during World War II. It's in that now low to our right. Much like the modern Hercules, it was an airplane that could do anything that you wanted to. So important to the war effort that General Eisenhower had a quote for the C-47 that stated there were 4 pillars of American success in the war in Europe: the Jeep, the bulldozer, the half-ton truck, and the C-47 Skytrain. As we see the Huey come by once again, each of these aircraft privately owned and operated by the Michigan Flight Museum, an outstanding organization whose effort and goal is to salute our veterans and to keep these airplanes flying. They are based out of Ypsilanti, Michigan. And if you're enjoying today's activities and want to be part of future events, you can sign up today to be a member of this most prestigious museum. They offer a variety of level of memberships with several perks such as discounts to events, discounts on air adventures, and much more. You can visit their website online at miflightmuseum.org/membership to learn more. The C-47 inbound for a photo pass behind him to our right. An estimated 13,000 aircraft participated in the skies over France and the English Channel as part of the D-Day invasion. And because of such a massive rate, there was a need to tell those enemy aircraft apart from friendly forces. And you will see on some World War II aircraft some white and black stripes. Those went to be known as invasion stripes, and it provided a visual moniker for our friendly forces not to commit what we would call fratricide or the attack of friendly forces. More than 10,000 C-47 by Douglas aircraft, and it goes without question that it's one of the most iconic aircraft of World War II. UH-1 Huey coming by now and to our left. Developed a new concept of warfare known as air cavalry. The Huey enabled commanders to move soldiers from one fight to another, effectively leapfrogging the enemy. The Huey revolutionized this tactic, adding a new dimension to air mobility, while the use of the helicopter was useful to the Army at the start of Vietnam. By 1967, the U.S. was fully engaged in an all-out helicopter war, and for the next 4 years, as many as 2,000 plus of these aircraft participated. The Huey proved itself as a utility helicopter, an attack platform as well, and as a medical evacuation aircraft. Once troops were inserted into combat, the Huey would then take off and then return to the fight, bringing additional supplies and soldiers to the LZ. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we fly these vintage aircraft, our Warbirds, in salute to the greatest generation. And these airplanes that you see today are that of living history. They help us tell the stories of our veterans. We need to tell them thank you, and we must recognize the sacrifices made so many years ago that contributed and continue to uphold the freedoms that we cherish today. Today, the median age of a World War II vet is 98 years old. We do not fly these aircraft to glorify war, but rather to remember the sacrifices made by so many. And in this great salute, I thank you. A round of applause to all of the veterans and veterans here today. We thank you for your service to our country. course, we want to remind you that you too could take a flight on board one of these historic aircraft, including the B-25, the C-47, and the UH-1 here at the show. As part of our air adventures, take flight, see Muskegon and Western Michigan from a new perspective, all thanks to those aircraft and crews from the Michigan Flight Museum of Ypsilanti. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for the Warbirds. Well, here's what's going to happen. We're going to get the B-25 back to its parking space, as well as the C-47. And we're going to be launching Luke Horschel as he makes his departure back to New York, trying to beat the sun sets as he makes his way home. And again, we listen to more radial engine power of the Corsair as he does his run-up and makes his departure. Showmanship. We're going to be seeing this renowned aviator perform a display of this unique red, white, and blue aircraft clearly on the takeoff roll down. He's brought to you by his friends at Pablo Grove Aeromotive, Tempest, CJ Aviation, Airflow Performance, Goodyear Aviation, CamGuard, Concord Batteries, Sarasota Avionics, BNC Specialty Products, Wheelan Aerospace Technologies, and GWAmerch.com. Going through now his last second pre-performance checks. Please stand by for David Hammond and the Ghost Rider. Gentlemen, Ghost Rider Airshows is proud to present Nathan Hammond and the de Havilland Super Chipmunk. An experienced aviator and aerobatic performer, Nathan has amassed more than 8,000 total hours of flight time in more than 50 different kinds of aircraft. Today, he proudly serves as one of the world's last remaining professional skywriters, performing aerial events across North America both day and night. Flying this 1956 de Havilland DHC-1, designed originally as a trainer for the Royal Canadian Air Force, we're in for a display of low-level aerobatics in this classic Airshow airplane. Aviation has been part of Nathan's life ever since he was a young child, growing up in an aviation family with experience flying aircraft ranging from World War I biplanes to corporate business jets. His absolute favorite type of flying is what you're seeing now. Let's watch out in front of us as Nathan continues to fly. airshow performer, Nathan stays busy traveling across the continent, performing everything from air shows to music festivals, utilizing his onboard smoke system made by injecting a lightweight oil in the exhaust. His skywriting messages can stretch more than 10 miles wide at an altitude of more than 15,000 feet. It is from this altitude where it can be difficult to spot Nathan's airplane from the ground, but the message is high above, give it the worthy name of the Ghost Rider. This Super Chipmunk has been highly modified with an airshow custom-built 350 horsepower motor, an advanced composite propeller, short wings, and a streamlined canopy, turning this airplane into a lean, mean airshow machine. Capable of 6 or 6 times the force and gravity, this 3-quarter capability allows this to see his flying displays up close and personal. Darkness, the Ghost Rider can be equipped with more than 200 pounds of fireworks, pyrotechnics, lights, and special effects for an explosive and sparkling nighttime performance. Stay up to date with Nathan Hammond and the travels of the Ghost Rider by following their social pages online at Ghost Rider Airshow. Nathan Hammond is the 2023 recipient of the Bill Barber Award for Showmanship, one of the highest honors awarded within the airshow industry. His combination of daytime flying, nighttime flying, and skywriting makes him one of the most sought-after performers on the airshow circuit today. Nathan Hammond and Ghost Rider Airshows would like to thank their sponsors, to include Poplar Grove Airmotive, Tempest, CJ Aviation, Airflow Performance, Goodyear Aviation, Campbell, Concord Batteries, Sarasota Avionics, BNC Specialty Products, Nathan would also like to thank each and every one of you for attending today's show, as well as to all of the volunteers who have helped make the Wings Over Muskegon Air Show possible. Setting up now for his last and final formal maneuver as part of his display. display this afternoon. The big in-front wing wax. Let's put our hands for Nathan Hammond and the Ghost Rider. As Nate Hammond now climbs high and to our right, look to the left, because we're about to bring you some fire and heat in what is one of the most unique jet-powered vehicles on the planet today. This, the double-engined Hot Streak 2 jet truck, spooling up now, preparing to unleash some 12,000 pounds of thrust. This is Hayden Prophet II, and he is one of our only performers who doesn't take to the sky. With over 25,000 horsepower at his
There's still lots more to come here from the Wings Over Muskegon Airshow. Next up is the jet truck.
This is
And then
arguably one of the
coming up
highest
also is going to
performing
be the
jet
A-10
trucks
demo
on
team.
the planet.
Thunderbolt
Nathan
team.
Hammond continues to
Not
work
going to
his
want to
way
miss
out
them.
to
Stick
prepare
around.
for some up
Send the
and
link to
up by
somebody.
the Hot Streak
Stay
2.
tuned here for more
Hey,
live
from
from the
Toa,
Wings Over
Texas,
Muskegon.
comes from a
Ooh,
really
you can hear that jet truck already.
go fast.
Do you hear
His
it?
family holds several
Here it
records in the
comes.
high-speed arena, and his
Here it
uncle
comes.
even developed the USA 1 rocket
You can hear
reactor
those
back in
pulses.
1978.
Hear those pulses.
We now watch and listen
gonna be
as
incredible.
Prophet II moves
Here it
down
comes.
the smoke
Here it
and fire
comes.
to get this
Look at
jet
the
truck
smoke and the
generating a
flame.
grand total of over 25,000 horsepower.
Look at that.
This jet truck possesses the ability to accelerate from 0 to 60 miles an hour in just 1.5 seconds. And in just a moment, we're going to see a high-speed run as it will clear north of about 300 miles an hour on our runway out there. Hayden storming his way out on the Nate's turf on the runway. Not very sportsmanlike if I have anything to say about it, but hey, what you going to do? And even at the speeds that we're going to see, Dave will want to stay clear of those big flames coming off the back. His airplane made from metal and fabric. A small kiss from that jet truck, and well, you get the idea. Here's what's going to happen, everybody. We're going to get ready for the race as Hayden Prophet makes his position and spools up to Hot Streak's max power and over 12,000 pounds of thrust. Nathan Hammond has the solo on from the right. As this race is going to be history in seconds from now. 3, 2, 1, and we're race on! Top speed on that run from Hayden, 324 miles an hour. What about that Muskegon? Let's put our hands together for Hayden Prophet II and let that extend to Nathan Hammond as well. A little bit of a draw, a bit of a tie on that race.
Hey everybody, we are here live today from the Wings Over Muskegon Airshow in Michigan. This is at the Muskegon County Airport. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for tuning in. You just got to see an incredible race with the jet truck, but there's more to
Saw
come.
those big drag chutes coming off the back of the truck as well.
Everybody, we still got lots more to come here from the Wings Over Muskegon Airshow. We've got the A-10 Thunderbolt 2 demo team. Yes, that's right. The Warthogs. They're going to take to the sky. That's coming up in just a few minutes, and we've got lots more to see here. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and then hit the bell button so you don't miss any of our lives or other videos that we're going to be posting from this air show. We can't show everything. everything at once, but we will be posting more from this air show. We've got some great interviews, some great stuff to show you. So hit that bell button, subscribe to Airshow Team TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, for Nathan Hammond and the Ghost Rider.
And be sure to check out the episodes of Airshow Team that we have streaming. Let's take a look at Nathan coming in. Thunderbolt demo team, you are going to be
right
in
now,
for a
Nathan
treat.
Hammond clears the runway.
Here's Franklin's flying
We're going to
circus
take
again.
you back to flight school as we go up live to the cockpit with Kyle Franklin flying the Super Cub. And at this time, we're going to go up live and say hello to Kyle. Hey, Kyle, this is Luke. How do you copy?
Loud and clear, Luke. It's a beautiful day out, a little windy, but beautiful day out.
Yes, indeed, but that'll make for some pretty awesome takeoff performance, right?
Very well, and I want to thank all of y'all for coming out today. Once again, my name's Kyle Franklin. I'm with Franklin's Flying Circus. Threw the comedy act earlier in this, and now we're going to go back to basics. You guys just saw Nathan Hammond fly his amazing performance, and I'm going to do a little bit of what he did, not near as much. This airplane is not really designed to do aerobatics, but we're going to do a little bit anyways, and we're going to go back to basics. What I'm going to do is I'm going to talk you through all the different things I'm doing in the cockpit, so for those of you that aren't pilots, you know what I'm doing in here. First thing we're going to do is what they call a STOL takeoff. STOL stands for short takeoff and landing. With the wind today, this should help get this takeoff pretty good, so I'm going to move over just a little bit here so I can get a nice ride into the wind, and the wind's going to help me here. Alright, so first thing to do is we'll hold the brakes. We'll put one knot to flap in. Pull the stick all the way back to my left, keep the tail on the ground. We'll bring the power up. Then I'm going to slowly bring the power up to max, and then release the brakes and discharge the stick, and try to drag this airplane in the air as fast as I can. So here we go. There we go. We'll start bringing the power up. It's 1,500 RPM. 2,000. 2,500 is about max. There's 23, 24. There's 25. Release the brakes, discharge the stick, back on the stick a little bit more, and more flaps. There we go, in the air. Now over on the loop, get a little bit nose down, get on air speed, and up we go. Alright, I'm going to climb up to about 800 feet above the ground here. And we're going to go through very basic aerobatics. Like I said, this airplane's not really designed to do aerobatics, but it can do some very basic ones if you're careful. This airplane I'm flying is a 1956 Piper Super Cub A-10. It was Agriculture 1, so it's built a little stronger. This airplane actually is the airplane I learned to fly in when I was 8 years old. It's the airplane I sold in, and I started my airshow flying career when I was 20 years old, doing the comedy act I did earlier. We're crossing about 700 feet here. Get a little bit higher. There's about 800. That's good. We're going to take the flap out, readjust the trim a little bit. With the wind, since it's kind of pushing towards the crowd, I've got a specific line I've got to stay on, so I'm going to get out here a little bit. There we go. So the first thing I'm going to do is a snap roll. We're going to do a snap and a half into the loop. And a little disclaimer, if you've got a Cub, please don't try this at home. I'm doing this at home. Full power again, 120 mile an hour. We're going to go up, do a hammerhead, top up the turn. Right about the top, now left, left rudder, right stick, like a top. And that's about the extent of what this thing can do aerobatics. I'm going to climb back up down here. The next thing I'm going to do demonstrate what they call a dead stick landing. Dead stick means I'm going to shut the engine off, and I'm going to attempt to land this, and if you look down right when I started off at it, show center, right there, my lovely wife Liz is down there. My goal is going to be trying to make it back where she's at. And with the wind today, it's going to make this a little bit more difficult, but we'll see how things go. And it doesn't matter if it's an airplane like this airplane only weighs about 1,000 pounds. And it doesn't matter if it's a little airplane or a 747 airliner. All airplanes will glide. It's just some glide better than others. Alright, I'm going to turn back around here a little bit farther up. Alright, there we go. Alright, we'll bring the power all the way back to idle. Switch the fuel off. I'm going to slow the airplane down as slow as I can so the prop will actually stop. It will windmill if I don't get it slow enough. And almost there. There we go, prop stop. Alright, Liz, I'm going to turn it back over to you so if folks want to do it, do it, and I'll see you all on the ground.
Copy that. Kyle Franklin live from the cockpit as he performs his dead stick routine. No, he's not going to throw out a piece of lumber, but he's going to continue to fly this aircraft down as a glider. You'll notice the propeller has stopped, the engine is off, and he is going to continue to fly in what we like to call true energy management. It's energy that he can use and dispense, but can no longer buy. So even though the engine stops on an airplane, it's not all doom and gloom. You can still fly it. It turns into a glider, and we train this as part of all elements of flight training. Now, here's what Kyle's going to do without any power whatsoever. Watch as he gently brings it around in the taxiway. He's going to touch down. Liz Franklin is out in front of us right now. She's got her hand up, and what's going to happen is that Kyle is going to continue to work the energy all the way to show center and attempt to put the spinner of that aircraft right into Liz's hand. Now, again, he can't buy more energy. You'll notice he's getting slower. It's all about that energy management all the way through. Let's see if he can do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A little bit of braking action as well. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Please put your hands together for that display. More incredible flying by Franklin's Flying Circus. And our thanks to Kyle Franklin, Liz Franklin as well, for again showcasing to us some incredible stick and rudder flying. Another big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Kyle Franklin. Well, it is about that time, ladies and gentlemen, that we turn things over to your United States Air Force in today's demonstration of the A-10 Thunderbolt 2. Before we do so, we again want to say a big thanks to many of our partners who have stepped up to be part of our show this weekend, including that of our friends at 13 on your side. George Lessons, Samantha Jacks, Blake Hansen, and Amber Twarney are your 13 Weather Impact team. They're always one step ahead, giving you a 13 Weather Impact alert whenever weather is severe or inconvenient to affect your plan. So they'll make sure that you know when that weather will, what impact it'll have, and what you need to know to stay safe and comfortable. That's how 13 is on your side. Thanks to Benton Honda, located on Hendrick Street in Muskegon, along with your West Michigan Honda dealers, they are honored to support Wings Over Muskegon 2024. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicles, come see why Honda Muskegon is where Michigan shops. Follow them online on Facebook and all the social media pages. Benton Honda, cool team, hot deals, and the power of dreams. Thanks to Community Choice Credit Union for supporting this year's show, welcoming neighbors near and far to Wings Over Muskegon. And when there's a break in the action in the skies, be sure to visit their trucks on the ground for some special surprises. Stop by, grab some treats, and learn more about how they've been helping neighbors like you since 1935. With 24 locations located throughout the state, including here in Muskegon and Norton Shores, Community Choice is Michigan's most local credit union,
come join us. Also, thanks to Howmet Aerospace, as they like to say, if it flies, we're on it. Their materials and solutions are on board from wingtip to wingtip, nose to tail. And from engine products and fastening systems to engineered structural components, their differentiated technologies enable lighter and more fuel-efficient airplanes. Howmet Aerospace is hiring, and if you're ready for your career to take off, stop by and visit their booth today to learn more and find them online at howmet.com. They proudly support the Wings Over Muskegon Airshow, and our thanks to them. Fox 17 is a proud sponsor of Wings Over Muskegon, and they hope you're enjoying the show. And they want you to stay up to date with the latest weather on air, online, and on the go. Never miss a moment of what's happening in the skies with Fox 17. Also thanks to Rank America, having a proud and storied history here in Muskegon. Formerly known as the Continental Motor Company, their products have played a major part in nearly every major military conflict since World War II. We depend on our warfighters to keep us safe, and they know that they can depend on Rank America. Taxing out now, the A-10 Thunderbolt II from your United States Air Force, Major Lindsey Johnson, call sign Matt at the controls of the A-10, as the team embarks on their final air show season this year and their final Michigan appearance of the A-10. This is an aircraft that served as that close air support, pass, or go-to airplane for our ground troops. And unfortunately, all great things do come to an end, and they've finally figured out a way to get rid of this airplane after about, I'd probably say 15 or 16 attempts. It's just that good of an airplane. But with the change in the battlefield and the change of the tactics and how America does its business, Congress has decided A-10 demo pilot and commander of this demonstration team, coming to us from Air Combat Command and the 355th Wing at Davis-Monthan Air Force Base. An aircraft truly designed around a gun, a 30-millimeter Gatling gun to be precise, shooting rounds the size of Coke bottles at some 70 rounds a second. The next voices that you will hear will be the narrators for the A-10 Thunderbolt II demonstration team, and they are Master Sergeant Brian Sandoval and Technical Sergeant Alan Brewer.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on the tree.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the United States Air Force and the Commander of Air Combat Command, General Ken Wilsbach, and all the men and women of Air Combat Command, we'd like to welcome you to our 18th stop on our farewell tour and the Wings over Muskegon Airshow. I am the A-10 Demo Team Superintendent, Master Sergeant Brian Sandoval from Santa Fe, New Mexico. Joining me, our non-commissioned officer in charge, Technical Sergeant Alan Brewer from Sacramento, California. And joining us is our safety officer, combat proven attack pilot, Captain Chad Ghost Gray from Topeka, Kansas. As a member of Air Combat Command's 355th Wing, located at Davis Mountain Air Force Base in sunny Tucson, Arizona, it is my pleasure to describe for you a capability demonstration by the heavily feared and effective Corsair support aircraft, the A-10 Thunderbolt II. Our mission is to provide the close air support needed for our Army, Marine, Navy, and all allied ground forces so they can operate anywhere, anytime. The A-10 demonstration pilot is Major Lindsey Johnson, call sign Mass, from Satellite Beach, Florida. Since commissioning through the United States Air Force Academy in 2014, Major Johnson has become a veteran instructor pilot with over 1,500 hours in the A-10, including 87 combat missions, amassing 430 flight hours, supporting Americans and coalition ground forces over the skies of Afghanistan. Because of its toughness, tenacity, devastating good looks, the people that know it best, the pilots who fly it, and the service members who maintain it have all unofficially dubbed it the Warthog. There are still 210 A-10s still in service today, operated by Air Combat Command, Pacific Air Forces, the Air National Guard, and the Air Force Reserve. Ladies and gentlemen, look to your right. Here comes Major Johnson and that new A-10 Thunderbolt II. Major Johnson pulls back on the stick, slingshotting the A-10 straight into the vertical, showcasing the Hawk's power and maneuverability in all attitudes of flight. Now, Major Johnson repositions the A-10 for a pass down the show line. She will do a double aileron roll. The Hawk's ailerons make up almost half the size of the wings. Now, from the left, Major Johnson in the mad roll. To demonstrate a slow roll along the show line to display the Hawk's precise handling characteristics. As she rolls, you would notice a heritage jungle paint scheme inspired by the F-105 Thunder Chiefs, operated by the 355th Tactical Fighter Wing during the Vietnam War. Known as the Thud, F-105s are the dominant attack aircraft during the conflict. Now, from the right, the slow roll. Johnson is now executing a classic aerobatic maneuver, the Cuban A. Twisting and turning low over the battlefield, the Warthog can operate and deliver devastating firepower under a 1,000-foot ceiling, unmatched by any comparable fighter. The A-10's turbofan engines have more than 2,000 performance and just over 9,000 pounds of thrust each. They can propel the A-10 to a top speed of 450 knots. They're also much quieter than comparable engines, making the Warthog much harder to hear, aiding eventually in achieving tactical strides. Let's make some noise, Muskegon. Now, Major Johnson's configuring her aircraft to demonstrate the A-10's slow speed controllability at its final approach speed of 120 knots. Get your cameras ready. This slow speed pass will give you a good chance to see the A-10's high bypass engines and unique tail design. These distinct features help match the FAA's signature, aiding the pilot to defeat infrared missiles. Let's go to the cockpit of the A-10 and hear what Major Johnson has to say.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the A-10 to Muskegon, it's an absolute honor to fly one last time for the wings over Muskegon Airshow. Today, we want to give a special shout out for everyone who made this airshow possible. Ashley, Kevin, Alex, Ken, Brad, and all of the volunteers who helped put this airshow together. Thank you guys so much for everything you do to make it such an awesome experience for us and everyone to come. Hope you guys enjoy the show. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't put those cameras down yet. The A-10 is the premier close-air support aircraft, supporting our ground forces engaged with the enemy. Listen now as we pass Major Johnson close-air support target brief, known simply as the 9 line. This will demonstrate the Hawk's ability to find, target, and engage enemy forces with the A-10's weapon of choice, the ground-mounted Gal-8 Avenger 30mm Gatling gun, firing 70 rounds per second. Its huge projectile delivers 7 times quicker better than the more conventional 20mm rounds. Stun 1, it's already 9 line.
That's ready.
This will be a Type 2 bomb on target. 1, 2, 3 from your hold. Elevation 6, 2, 9 feet. Enemy personnel in the open at show center. No mark. Present. Southeast 150 meters. Egress back to your home. Mark description. Southwest, northeasterly guns or reciprocal. Ready to evac.
That reads back 629 feet, show center, southwest to northeast over the purple.
Stun 1, good read back. Push you ready.
That's empty and down.
So continue. you heard, it will take Major Johnson about 30 seconds to get back into firing position. With two hogs working together, enemy forces will be under A-10 fire once every 10 to 15 seconds. Thunderbolt, clear up. Major Johnson is not lining up for her final attack. She was dropped 500 pound bombs. These general purpose bombs are used to spread an airfield or destroying buildings, adding versatility to the Hawk's arsenal of weapons. Major Johnson is now performing a takedown maneuver. This continuously changes three-dimensional maneuver. Makes it very difficult for enemy anti-aircraft gunners to track the A-10. The Warthog was built to withstand significant battle damage, having the capability to fly, single exit, and a total loss of hydraulic power. The A-10 has a well-earned reputation for strength and striking power, a reputation earned with multiple deployments. Where hogs destroyed numerous enemy armored vehicles, artillery sites, Scud missiles, and was even credited with 2 air-to-air kills. Today, the upgraded A-10C continues to set the standard for supporting Allied forces in today's joint fight. Now, from the right, Major Johnson in a 4-point roll. Ladies and gentlemen, Major Johnson has now repositioned the A-10 for the dedication pass. We would like to dedicate this pass to the men and women of the armed forces, their families, and all veterans in attendance today. Our heritage paint scheme is in remembrance of those prisoners of war missing in action, and ultimately the 1,583 service members who have still not returned home from Southeast Asia. From behind, to your right, A-10 Demo proudly presents the Dedication Pass. Once again, we salute all those fighting in today's joint fight, and any wounded warriors and veterans in attendance today. We especially want to thank those who have given their lives in defense of this great country, and all their families who have sacrificed so much. The United States Air Force's Air Combat Command provides essential combat air support capabilities for today's joint fight. The A-10 has consistently demonstrated its ability to fly more than 4 sorties per day, a tribute to the skill and dedication of our magnificent maintenance crew. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a hand for our outstanding maintainers and all those service members who keep all our Our phenomenal maintenance team assisting in today's demonstration is Staff Sergeant Colin McCoy from York, Pennsylvania. Senior Cameron Bowes from Columbia, South Carolina. Senior Anwar Ellis from Monroe, Maryland. And Staff Sergeant Gabriel Gonzalez from Anna, Texas. And joining us from Public Affairs, Senior Devlin Bishop from Omaha, Nebraska. Ladies and gentlemen, hope you've enjoyed this brief display of only a fraction of the A-10's full combat capabilities. Don't forget to tag and follow us using @A-10 Demo Team on Facebook, X, Instagram, and YouTube. Muskegon, we thank you for your hospitality and spending your Sunday with us. Back to you, Luke.
Thank you very much indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Please put your hands together and a big round of applause for your United States Air Force and the A-10 Thunderbolt II. Big round of applause as well for Major Lindsey Johnson, call sign Matt, the demonstration pilot, and let that extend to the voices of today's demo, Master Sergeant Brian Sandoval, and also big thanks to Technical Sergeant Alan Brewer. Well, that, ladies and gentlemen, does put a wrap on our Sunday edition of the 2024 Wings Over Muskegon Air Show. You all have been a terrific air show audience, and we thank you for sharing your day with each and every one of us here at the Muskegon County Airport. We want to say thanks to Air Show Director Ashley Myers and Air Operations Director Kevin Walsh. Our airport operation representative is Tim Efting, our ground ops rep is Harry Terpstra, and our ATC rep is Mike Brennan. A big thanks also to Continental Air Show Productions, Dave, Robbie, Brian, and the team. A salute to our air boss, Brad Klein from Belmont, North Carolina, for keeping things on time and on target. To the Grand Rapids Flight Standard District Office of the FAA, as well as to all of our local law enforcement and fire rescue personnel. We could not do it safely without their support. Thanks to all of our partners, all of our volunteers, and all of our performers who have dedicated their time and efforts in making this
Everybody, thanks for tuning in. The air show performance part may be over, but we're not done broadcasting yet. We're going to go. We're going to try to interview some of the pilots, some of the owners of these wonderful aircraft that flew today. So hang in there, stick with me. We are going to try and track a few folks down that you'd like to meet.
And until next time, wishing you a very pleasant day and blue skies always. So long, everybody.
I hope you've enjoyed this broadcast today. Airshow Team TV. Hope you will follow us on YouTube and also hit that bell button to be notified of the next lives and also the next time that we post an episode of Airshow Team. If you haven't heard of Airshow Team yet, it is the 600-mile-an-hour reality series. There's no other series like it. 600-mile-an-hour series that goes behind the scenes at air shows. It goes into the hangar. We go into the briefings, the pilot briefing. We go into the cockpit with Randy Ball as he flies the MiG-17. So we've got some incredible footage for you. It's an incredible story also of the restoration of Red 620, the only flying MiG-17 PF in the world today, by John Blanchett. And John shares his incredible story with us of how he restored Red 620. It was in a scrapyard. Can you believe that? So John took Red 620, had it shipped over from Poland, and then restored it. And it took him 14 years. He turned that scrapped jet into an air show star that flies 600 miles per hour. It was the subject of the story that I wrote for Smithsonian Air and Space, the cover story. I will put that link right down here in the comments so you can read that story as well. It's actually posted on our airshow.team.tv website. So be sure to check that out. We've got a lot of great articles and press and all kinds of good stuff there. We're going to try and catch up with some pilots here. See what we can do to talk to a few folks. So we hope you've enjoyed this live broadcast today. And if you've been able to, if you enjoyed this, but you say, hey, you know what? You guys could use some better cameras. You're right. We would love to upgrade our equipment for these live broadcasts. So we do have a donation link on the airshowteam.tv website. We would love to have you make a donation with that. And we would love to have your support along the way for these shows. So the A-10's just coming back in now. Let me give you what a great experience here at the Muskegon Air Show. Here's the A-10. Major Anderson coming in with the A-10 right here. Major Anderson just flew the A-10 demo here at the Muskegon County Airport in Michigan. Crews are looking over the jet. I'm going to walk in a little closer here once they shut the engines down. How did you like that A-10 Thunderbolt demo? Drop me a comment, give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you enjoyed this live stream today. And if you enjoyed the A-10 demo, if you enjoyed Randy Ball's demo in his MiG-17, we sure enjoyed having you join us. Let's see if I can get an interview with Major Anderson here, if she's got a minute. We will see. She's got to do her whole post-flight routine. So does anybody have any questions that you would like for me to ask Major Anderson, the A-10 Thunderbolt demo pilot? If you have a question that you'd like me to ask, go ahead and put it in a comment. Who just flew that amazing demo to show us what an incredible low-level fighter, the capabilities, the turning radius, and the ability to support the ground troops that this A-10 Thunderbolt has. Really an amazing plane. Been around for many decades, but I'll tell you, it's still just as effective and just as feared around the world today. So we'll see what questions you have for the Major. We'll see if we can get a minute with her as well. Bell 3 on the 2-hour mark, so we've got a lot of great performances that took place. Kyle Franklin of Franklin's Flying Circus, we had a great demo from him, the rubber band flying the plane routine that he does, Liz, and also the skywriting show, the performance by the skywriter. He actually did do the skywriting during the 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock hours. He did something for the show that we'll have some photos on that you can see. And then also Randy Boland, the MiG-17 with the Afterburner, high-speed passes, low passes, minimum radius turn, pulling a lot of G's, going hundreds and hundreds of miles an hour, 500, 600 miles an hour from the crowd. What a display. And then we've also got this A-10 Thunderbolt demo. If you missed any of it, don't forget the Warbirds flew. We saw some beautiful Warbirds. We saw the Corsair and that was incredible to see. The maneuverability of all of these planes. I would say that but actually see them fly is just a whole different ballgame. It's so impressive to see these jets fly. To see these fighters and these Warbirds fly. What an impressive display they put on. So we hope that you've enjoyed this. Please share it. We're also going to post it on our Facebook page. Please follow us on Facebook as well. On Facebook, we have 2 pages to follow: Airshow Team and Airshow Team Red 620. Well, what's the difference, you ask? Well, Red 620 is Season 1 of Airshow Team. That here comes the Huey. Airshow Team Red 620 is Season 1. That's with Randy Ball and the MiG-17. Future seasons of Airshow Team will follow different teams as they work on their jets, as they perform, and as they travel to delight and entertain the crowds. So Season 1 is Red 620. Airshow Team is the series and the channel, so be sure to follow both of those on Facebook. Be sure to follow that, and be sure to follow us on the channel that you're watching us now, Airshow Team TV on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell button. Be sure to like and share our videos, make comments. We sure appreciate it when you do. We like to ask your questions when we get a chance to talk to the pilots. And so we will try to find out and here. I got earplugs in. Gotcha. Can I go on the other side? You get to watch the Air Force team putting the drop tanks back on. None of this could be done. This demo couldn't be done today, and our Air Force couldn't fly without the men and women who support on the ground. The crew, the chief, the maintenance, the technicians. demo. Now she's signing some autographs for some fans here at the Muskegon Air Show.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
For the weekend.
Nice. Nice.
Until next time.
That's awesome. I'm broadcasting with Airshow TV. We'd love to get a couple minutes just to interview.
Yeah, I think after we get the photos and stuff, she probably has some paperwork to fill out.
Sure.
And after that,
that'd be great. Thank you. Appreciate it. A-10. A-10, what it's like to fly at air shows, what it's like to fly with the Air Force. You all set? Hey, appreciate it. I'm Lynn with Airshow Team TV.
Awesome, okay.
Nice to meet you. So, we just watched you fly an incredible demo today in the A-10. Tell us a little bit about how you ended up flying this aircraft.
Oh man, it's a short story and a long story. When I was a kid, my dad was in the Army. I actually have a friend of mine, dad's actually that was here in the Army with him, here visiting, got to watch me fly. But that's kind of where I got the itch for it. My dad was a civilian pilot as well. I was about 10 years old. We owned a Cessna and got to flying. He deployed on Christmas Day and right after that's kind of the combination of those. We no longer got to fly anymore, and I missed it, and I missed him, and I wanted to be able to give back to my country in some way. So as I grew up, that was kind of the passion that brought me there, and then with him being in the Army, I wanted to fly an airplane that its primary mission is close air support.
What do you like about flying the A-10?
The mission and the community. So our community is very selfless, because our whole mission is to be able to support the men and women on the ground that are in close proximity to the enemy. So that's what we're all about, and our goal is to be able to keep those people safe.
Challenging to fly. What's the most challenging thing about it?
For at least in terms of the demonstration, all the aerobatics are relatively tough to get good at. You can do them okay, but it's tough to get good at them, especially at low altitude. As far as flying it just like in the combat, it's a little bit more difficult because you're managing a ton of things all at one time.
So are the A-10s going to be discontinued from demoing, or is it
Yes, this is our final year for the demo. And our last show is set to be in California.
How do you feel about that?
It's very bittersweet.
And is there a reason why that is?
So the A-10s are set to divest by 2028. So this year was set to be the last year for A-10s.
So you're a great role model for all of the children who are out here, but especially for the young girls. What's your message to them if they're looking at you thinking, you know, I want to do that someday?
Biggest thing I'll say is if you can dream it, you can do it. So it's awesome for me as a young kid, getting to see people doing things, having parents that were super inspiring for me to be able to go and chase my dreams. My dad always told me I could do anything I want if I put my mind to it. So that's the biggest thing I'll say. Don't let anything get in your way. Keep going for it.
That's great advice. Thank you so much for taking the time with us today. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks. Can we get a couple photos? That'd be great. Post a lot of stuff on our YouTube page, on our YouTube channel rather, and also be sure to follow us on Facebook, Airshow Team, and also Airshow Team Red 620. We appreciate you tuning in today. That pretty much wraps up our coverage from here at the Wings Over Muskegon Air Show in Muskegon, Michigan. What a great air show this is. This air show is not going to be held next year because they've got some major renovations going on, but they will be held. They will be held in 2 years. So I encourage you to come on out to see this air show. What a great event, a great opportunity to get close in and see these planes. All right, thanks you guys for watching. We'll see you again soon.